No, these look good. This stack to the mailroom, this stack to the cafeteria. Thanks. Hi, I'm Flip Showhost, and I play the character of Dan Larson in a series of action figure programs here on Toy Galaxy. Each week, producer Greg and I do our best to entertain you, but we also work very hard to provide some knowledge and context for the figures that we talk about. We try not to take ourselves or the subject matter too seriously. They are toys, after all. They exist to be fun. And that's why I thought it was important to address you directly, actor to viewer, separate from the slick, scripted, humor-driven presentation of the regular show. There are some subjects that are too serious, too important to make jokes about. And I assure you this is not a case of political correctness run amok. This is about preventing the perpetuation of ideas that are patently offensive to basic narrative structure, the art of filmmaking, and the Star Wars mythology as it existed from 1977 to 1998. Today we're talking about an action figure that in and of itself is in no way controversial. It's just an action figure. But it is a representation of the character Jango Fett from the sequence of animated images for children called Star Wars Episode II: Attack of the Clones, released in 2002. The second worst movie I have ever paid money to see, only being slightly more tolerable than Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin from 1997. Here on Toy Galaxy, we don't talk about Star Wars Episodes 1 through 3, not because we don't know that they exist, but because we wish that they didn't. It's impossible for us to acknowledge these three films with a combined budget of $350 million exist in such blatant opposition to our core values of dramatic storytelling, practical visual effects, and the use of physical props and sets. It's impossible for us to reconcile the degree to which these films were so intentionally, so calculatingly designed to undermine the cultural significance of the themes and characters of the Star Wars universe as they existed for 2 decades prior to the release of Episode 1: The Phantom Menace in 1999. So I ask you to keep that in mind as you watch this video, Star Wars The Black Series Jango Fett in 4 minutes or less, free of the kind of context-based presentation that you would normally expect in one of our figure reviews. I'm Flip Showhost. Thank you for watching. I'm Flip Showhost. Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is Star Wars The Black Series Jango Fett in 4 minutes or less. Jango Fett is a 6-inch scale action figure that comes in a black box with a clear plastic window. While he is very similar to 2 previously released Black Series action figures, Boba Fett and the all-white prototype Boba Fett, he is a completely new mold and comes with completely new accessories. While some of the elements like his chest armor look like they're practically the exact same sculpt with a different paint treatment, they are not the same. But like both of the Boba Fett figures, Hasbro has done an excellent job with all of the minute details of the armor, including the dual hoses that attach to each arm at his elbows. They are independent pieces of plastic that still do not limit his articulation and really ramp up the quality of the visual aesthetic. Hasbro even managed to apply a good deal of dry brushing to give the armor a bit of used, weathered look that is missing on the recent Captain Phasma and the much earlier R2-D2. I'm glad they made the choice to make the belt and holsters a separate piece of flexible plastic as well. They look great, hold the blasters perfectly, and again, don't limit the movement of the figure any more than they might limit a real person if it were actually made life-size. My only real issue with this figure is the decision to make the helmet removable. Neither of the previous Fett figures had removable helmets, and I think that does a lot to keep the figure properly proportioned. Similar to the Darth Vader figure, the size of the helmet seems to be off once Hasbro has to tackle the problem of it actually fitting over a properly proportioned head. A side-by-side comparison with the regular Boba Fett figure really shows where they had to make some adjustments, but what it tells me is that either the head on the Jango is too big or the helmet on the Boba is too small. If you're not a fan of the Black Series figures, or if you're going to hang on and wait to pre-order the Figuarts one sometime in the near future when they actually announce it, then this figure is an easy pass. But if you like sci-fi styled, gun-toting, rocket pack wearing space rangers, then this figure is a must-have, so buy it if you see it, and if you see 2, leave 1 for the next collector. This is the end slate. No, don't throw anything at it.
What?
Yeah, I was a little wasted there or something. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a like, and let us know in the comments below if this is a must-have or an easy pass. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next very special episode of Toy Galaxy. Ooh, cough.